Virgo, my name is Megan. Welcome to my YouTube channel where we talk all things spirituality. Hit that subscribe button, like and comment on this video if it just so happens to resonate with you. I'm going to raise my mic here a little bit. My readings are for sun, moon, and rising signs. Today we're going to take a look at the person that's on your mind. Let's get into it, Virgo. What's going on with you and the person that's on your mind? You've been dealing with a lot of work in your personal life. I haven't even drew a card yet, but so I've been telling all the signs this today. As I grow a community, as I really sort of dive into the YouTube world of this, I've been reading tarot now for probably about 5 years. I decided to start this channel just because it's within me. I want to help as many people as possible. This channel, I don't want it to just be like a pull some cards. Yes, they love you. No, they don't. No. I want, as a spiritual teacher, I really want to help people out there. So that's going to be, my readings are going to stay consistent, but throughout them, you may start to notice that they change just a little bit, diving deeper. Sort of just becoming really connected with all of you guys. So, who are we on? Virgo. Let's get started. What's going on with the person on Virgo's mind? I'm feeling kind of a lot of, that's what I was going to say. So when reading tarot cards, it's a lot like, at least for me, when I read them, they're just a guide. So if you ever see me sort of read a card and it's not the actual meaning, even though I know all the meanings, I know all of them, but I work very much on this channel from a point of logistics, analyzation, understanding what they all mean, and how they all correlate with each other in a reading. But then this other side of me takes over too when I'm doing these readings, of my intuition. So essentially what I'm trying to say, if you ever see me read a card where it's like, that's not really the meaning of the card, it's usually my intuition picking up on something about the card that needs to be said to a viewer out there. So reading tarot cards can very much be like channeling. So I had to really learn all the basics of the tarot cards. And then when I get on here, the channeling just kind of pops out. So I'll probably do like a separate complete video on tarot card reading, how I got started, sort of how it works, all of that. Exactly what I just told you. I don't know why I told you all that, Virgo. You must feel special. But I'll probably do a whole video just kind of on that type of stuff. Anyways, what Virgo came here was for their person. So what's going on? I'm already kind of sensing like just a sense of stagnancy and quietness. Yeah. That's probably why you're here. I feel like in the past you may have dealt with somebody who wasn't necessarily all about you. They were too into their ego to even care about what you had going on in your life. That could be a very distant person though. Yeah. You were dealing with somebody who had options in the past. I'm not getting this for current energy. Let me switch decks because that one does not want to talk. Feeling for some, before I even pull cards, I'm feeling for some of the Virgos like there's, I don't know, a little bit of sadness going on within you. We're going to find out why. What's going on with Virgo and their person, or just Virgo? Why are you sad? It's obviously not going to be for all of you. This deck's quiet too. What's going on with you guys? Just while shuffling, when I shuffled the other deck, I happened to look at the bottom. Exact same thing. And then when I was shuffling this deck, I happened to look at the bottom. Exact same thing. This person is trying to figure out how to get out of their ego, for some of you. But what does it take to get out of your ego? Which we all have. We all have. In fact, I would argue that having a spiritual awakening is really kind of diminishing the ego. Doesn't seem like this person has done very much of that. Virgo, are you guys quiet because you found out that there was a third-party situation somewhere? Some of you may be married and have a very, very beautiful, prosperous life. But at some point, some kind of third party got in the way of this connection. Yeah, 2 and 1's reverse. Whoever you were with started prowling for someone else in the past, is what I'm getting. Yeah, they treated you like you weren't good enough. If you were married or in a relationship or lived with this person, it's like you would get home or you would get around them and they just treated you like, whatever. Just another person. And in love connections, no one wants to feel like that. You want to feel like you're special to that one special person that's special to you. Tell me more. Dang, Virgo. Yeah, somebody didn't want to build on this anymore. It looks like somebody started building elsewhere. Left you in a I always say the word perpetual, but it left you in a perpetual state of sadness here. And honestly, who would not feel like that? Because I'm sorry, if someone's treating me like they could take me or leave me, I'm nothing special. If I have the intuitive hit that they're out kind of looking for other options, what else is out there? And then with these two, this is screaming at me that somebody who's married was trying to make you a third-party option. This is a very, very specific reading. It may only resonate with 1 or 2 of you out there. The rest, if this doesn't resonate, just skip it. It's fine. You're very sad right now. And to be fair, Virgo, who would not be? This person left you out in the cold, and now you feel like it's all up to you to bring yourself out of the cold, but you're finding it very, very difficult to do that. Yeah, you're feeling very uneasy. Your nervous system could be really messed up and all over the place. One thing I've learned from love connections, specifically when they end, is it not only is it hard, right, losing the person that you were connected to. Not just here in 3D reality, but in the 5th dimension. When you lose someone like that, causes a deep state of sadness. I am, since this is reversed, the 5 of Cups, I am getting that you're already just really trying to come out of this. Which is good. That's a great start. That's an amazing start, actually. 5 of Pentacles reversed. You're trying to come out of this. But whatever the hell this energy is, 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups reversed. For those of you that don't know tarot that much, 10 of Pentacles is everything. Happy home, happy life, financial stability. There's even, yeah, I had to double check. I've been doing this for 5 years and I had to check. There's even children in this card. So it's just the energy to me of like a person that sort of had it all. Your person sort of had it, was married or was with somebody, building something, having it all. But that piece of shit made you the third party. And I feel like you had no idea until something happened where you found out. And I think what made you kind of figure this out was your intuition had a hit, because this person was treating you. At some point, something changed. The dynamic changed, and they were treating you like you just weren't good enough. And so your alarm bells went off. Let's keep going. Was this person involved in a third party? Now, third parties don't always have to be people. It can be work. It can be anything. But given your state of sadness and given the state that this person kind of acted like you weren't anything special, I'm going to go ahead and guess that, and I don't say this to hurt you, Virgo, at all. I cannot make this up. This is why I love reading tarot cards. It's like the things that I'm saying, the things that I'm channeling to come out to help whoever, the cards always just are kind of like a confirmation. And I love that. 3 of Pentacles reverse. This could have been a third party that your person met at work. But again, right? Anytime me as a reader, anytime I see, right, upright, the 3 of Cups is celebratory energy to me, not necessarily third party, although it is like party-ish energy, just more celebratory. But for me, when I read tarot, and this is in the reverse, strong third party energy. Strong. And then to clarify that with this, which third party energy. Potentially to do in the with both of these, it could have potentially been to do in the workplace or like out and about celebrating somewhere where this sort of infidelity or transgression, I didn't say that right, transgression may have happened. How does this person view Virgo? They know you're unsettled. I don't know if you said something to this person or this person has a guilty conscience and they're just kind of noticing anytime you get sort of riled up. Temperance reverse, you could be dealing with a Sagittarius. Yeah, you're not even keel at all right now. And why would you be? Why would you be? Any other person on earth would be really hurt by this. But they view you as uneasy because their guilty conscience is constantly telling them, do they know? Do they know? Do they know? Do they know? So this person's feeling very uneasy. And I think that they're trying to view you as the same because they're trying to get a gauge on if you know or how you feel. How this person views you is the Lover's card reversed. This person could be disappointed with how things had been going, and that's never, ever. I'm a dragon, okay? I'm a dragon in what they call Chinese astrology. And if you don't believe in it, look it up. There's enemy signs, there's all of it. The personality traits match the people. I'm a big believer. I'm what they call a dragon. And dragon women, dragon women and men, dragons are known for loyalty. If you don't know if you can trust a person, trust a dragon. This person, I ain't getting dragon energy. If they are an absolute, like, they're one of the deviant dragons, is what I'll say. But this person's just not loyal. They're not loyal. The Lover's reverse card of how they're viewing you, they're viewing you like, I'm going to say this, don't hate me. They're viewing you as almost just like a roommate. If you guys live together, like just a roommate, like they are out searching, obviously with the 3 of Cups reversed, 3 of Pentacles reversed that we saw. I feel like your person is someone who met someone at work, a third party. They could have met them anywhere, but maybe at work. Right now, your person's in the energy of just like being consumed by whatever this outside source is, that they're not really viewing you as their lover. And I know that that hurts, and I don't even want to give that advice. It's making me feel bad. Yeah, Chariot reverse. This person has done nothing to come forward to you to change this. Excuse me. Whatsoever. Even though they're viewing you as in a very inconsistent place because of their actions, because of this connection. But the Lover's reverse, I mean, I don't really know if this person really sees a future here. You know, maybe this person, and you know, that's a lesson I had to learn the hard way too, Virgo, was, you know, I've had people who, let's just say they were into me. And they were showing they were into me. I didn't know that they had like a whole family, marriage, all of this shit at home. I knew they were financially stable. He was a music producer. And then the worst part about that situation is he would gaslight me into believing that we could have all of this. I feel like that's exactly what this person has been doing. And in that situation, you want to know what happened, Virgo? He took me out on a date. I cannot make this up. He took me out on a date. We'll get back to the reading in a second. He takes me out on a date and he's paranoid the whole time. He's like this, just looking around. And I remember clocking it. I remember thinking, why is he doing that? Whatever. What am I going to order? and about 10 minutes later, this lady approaches our table and she goes, "What are you doing, Nick?" Nick was his name. "What are you doing, Nick?" And we're married. And she held up her left finger with a ring on it. And he was like, "Get out of here, blah, blah, blah." Anyways, long story short, I left after that. It was quite obvious he had other things going on, even though I was very interested in the fact that he was a music producer, just because I'm obsessed with music. I play guitar, piano, all of that. So I really kind of wanted to get in the studio and figure it out and just have fun with it. I'm very inclined to that stuff. Not that I was using him. I actually really thought he was cute and I liked him. In fact, before the date, I was like, this couldn't get any better because I had just witnessed a breakup before that. This energy is exactly like that. And like I said, this isn't going to be for everybody, only if you're resonating with this reading. It's very much like that. This person is gaslighting you into having it all. Having it all, no matter what words they have to say, no matter how much they have to sweet talk you, that's what they're doing. When in reality, not a stand-up person. Not a good person, entertaining other options. But yet, when you're around them, they make you feel so special, like they can't live without you, right? They're also viewing you as I can have whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. You sense this. That's why it made you sad. But you are starting to come out of it, as well as you're starting to come out of the Five of Pentacles of this hurt. The way this person's viewing you, though, uneasy, whether that's true or not. You're here watching this reading, so I'm going to guess you're a little bit uneasy. Lovers card reverse. I'm not necessarily getting with this card, though, that, like, it's you. This is why this person is being like this. No. What I'm getting from this Lovers card reverse, this person's not capable of being anything real or significant. They're just not. Because the moment they get into something like that, they're always going to go back. You could be dealing with somebody who's born in the year of the tiger or the year of the goat. Typically in relationships, don't come from the messenger. These are just facts about numerology, astrology, gematria. Usually, there's certain signs in Chinese astrology that will be very loyal, right? A dragon being one. I'm a dragon. Roosters are another one. But the two most unloyal, tigers aren't very loyal. And I'm not docking any of this, right? The fact that I'm a dragon and I've stayed so loyal should be studied, because there have been many times when I stayed loyal to people I was just talking to. Just talking to when they were talking to a million other people. And that's on me. I should know the culture a little better, but I'm a hopeless romantic at heart. I'm a Libra. So anyways, I digress. Yeah, this Lovers card reverse has nothing to do with you at all. It has to do with them and not really having the astrological, numerological makeup to have something real. That's why they're struggling so much if they're in another connection, to keep it like this without trying to see what else is out there third party wise. So I can tell you my advice, Virgo, but we're going to draw it too. My advice is get the hell away from this person. You should not ever entertain anybody who is already currently involved with somebody. And I get it. On this channel, I'm never judging, because anything I teach, I've literally been through. Don't ever get involved with somebody who's already involved with somebody else. And I almost kind of know the draw to that, especially as a woman, as a female. I don't think men necessarily go that route this much. But me as a female, I think females are typically more apt to go after unavailable men that already have a girlfriend, whatever. I'm not saying this is right, and I would never do this. But I do kind of get the allure of that, just because from a woman's standpoint, that woman thinks, well, if that guy got that girl, or if that girl's with that guy, there must be something really, really special about that guy. I kind of want him. That's the female psyche when it comes to that. But there's a lesson to be learned in that. And I've never been one to go after other people's men, just because since I was a little kid, I've been very spiritual. I have so many stories, I'm on the spiritual side. That's why, like, reading tarot cards, being spiritual, it's a little odd for me, because the people in my life don't understand it, but I've just been obsessed with it since I was a little kid. Someone who, essentially why it's bad to sort of go after somebody who's already in something, all you're doing is creating bad karma for yourself. And if you don't believe in karma, that's fine. You're still going to accumulate that karma to yourself. It just may come out in different ways. It may come out a month later when you're trying to book a trip and everything keeps going wrong. It may come out 2 years from now when you're trying to get a new house, but something keeps going wrong, right? There's always a price to be paid for every karmic instance that we know is not right, that we follow through with. Now, in numerology for eights, right? My mom is a double 8. She's born on an 8 day. She's a life path 8. Great example. 8s in this matrix reality. If you have 8 energy, it's the number of money. So you're always going to experience abundance, but it's going to be up and down. Whereas 28's a number of money, but it's always kind of consistent. You always have money no matter what. 28 is the number of wealth. Elon Musk just had a baby born on the 28th. There's just, if you really start looking at the elites and what they do, numerology is real. And it all ties back to karma too. This person being potentially in something, but still going around doing whatever they want with whoever they want, that is going to accumulate so much bad karma for them. But in order to keep you on the outside of this, who's hurting over this, and this person's lies about being married, whatever, or maybe you just even had an intuitive hit that these things are going on and this is your confirmation. In order to keep your specific karma good, because let's be honest, who gives a fuck about this person's karma, right? They treated you like you were an option, even though they were like potentially married, home life, had a family. Instead of focusing on, oh, they'll get theirs, they'll get their karma. The high vibrational way to handle this is to say to yourself, I'm going to back away from this. Even if it's just your intuition and you have no really concrete evidence, but usually when your intuition has a hit, there's something that kind of made you go, even then. If you know this person, for many of you, I'm getting you didn't even know this person was involved and you bounce, which, good karma on you. But for those of you who are very attracted to people who are sort of with someone else, and like I said, I get it, but anyone who actually follows through to be a third party of that, no judgment, no judgment. Like I said, I get the appeal. But realize when you're doing that, people call it a home wrecker, but it's not really that. What you're doing by doing that, by getting involved with someone who's already involved with someone else, even though I know, it's tempting. Because, like I said, because we sort of like people who are already taken, because it shows that they have worth. But especially if you have 8 energy, because people with 8 energy, their karma tends to come back like that. You know, other life paths, other numbers, their karma can come back later, a month or two later, a year later, whatever. Getting involved with somebody who's already involved with someone else knowingly, I'm not talking about those of you who have and you had no idea. How could you know? Like, you're not going to get bad karma from that. You didn't know. But if you know this and you still actively pursue it, all you're doing to yourself is accumulating bad karma for your future. And what I mean by that, let's say you put this aside. Doesn't like let's say you really try to go for this person is like, no, I'm good where I'm at. I just want to keep you on the side. Well, the karma's going to come back to you because you tried. You didn't do the right thing. You tried. And I'm not saying that you guys specifically didn't. I'm just trying to teach a lesson in general. Yeah. If you know this person is with somebody else and you're trying to be the better option and trying to win, that's hurting the person that they're with. And ultimately, that's going to come back to you in not so great karma. So it's very, very important that if somebody's taken, back away. That is what I have for you, Virgo. Hit that subscribe button and I will see you guys next time.